What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Aryan here. We're back at it again with another video. Hey, I really appreciate the support you guys gave me on the last one, the R&B tutorial. If you guys want to know how to make R&B beats, obviously please go check that out. Those of you who have been showing me the support by hitting the subscribe button, I really appreciate you. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. What I have for you today is a very basic fundamental of producing, which is something you have to do in terms of learning how to produce and, more importantly, learning how to mix. So the first step I take in terms of mixing is EQing. So here's what we have so far. It's not been mixed at all. It's a little beat I'm working on. Let's check it out. So you might notice a lot of things clashing. So I'm going to walk you through the fundamental tool in FL Studio called the parametric EQ. It looks like this. So what exactly is this? And what is EQ doing? Before we start anything music related, what an EQ does is it helps regulate frequencies. So obviously we assigned our tracks here, and I put this on track number 1. So track number 1, we have the 808 beat called Corona. It's not the best name, but it hits hard just like coronavirus does. But yeah, also make sure you assign your things on different tracks. The only reason why I put these on the same is because the hi-hat and the open hat can be mixed similarly. So pretty much what we're gonna do here is, if you take a look at the kick itself, if we play the whole thing, obviously you can't really tell what the kick sounds like on its own, so we're gonna make it an individual sound for now. We're gonna solo it. I opened the wrong one. One of my favorite things is the kick, so you want to make sure you mix it properly. So when you press this, you'll notice this overall spread of frequencies across what we're looking at on the screen. So what we want to do is we take this right here. See this? We're gonna, when you pass from this end, it's called a high pass. When you pass from this end, it's called a low pass. Pass means get rid of it. So you take the low and you remove. You wouldn't do it. You take the high and you remove. So what we're gonna do is called a high pass here. So if you want to play it back, you see? So we're gonna, so what you notice is that because we got rid of these frequencies, the sound itself got much clearer overall. And what you want to do is you want to drag this until it might sound a bit muddy, or until it doesn't sound like what you would like. So obviously it differs between each different instrument or each different kick that you use depending on the beat you're making. But for this one, so this is obviously too much, so we're going to drag it back a little bit. So you might be wondering why. Also, the reason why I turned these off is because when you were looking at the dial I was doing here, if you take a look at the bottom right, by stretching it all the way it does that, and by doing that it does this. So it makes it a lot more, it's almost like surgery when you go through it. So you don't like I don't like the way this sounds. So, you don't want to hear that, so I get rid of it. So we're going to look through a few things. So this is the second step. These are called bell curves because when they're a bit bigger, they form bells. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the shape. So we're going to quickly do the rest of these. You know what I'm saying? Just clean it up, the sound itself. So when you go back and you see this, right? It gives it a much cleaner sound. Now, why would you like to do that, all right? So you see this hi-hat right here? So also let's turn this down a little bit. Volume is very important. I'll go through that in another video. But if you take a look at the frequencies on the hi-hat, you see them all landing over here. Now, when we got rid of the frequencies over here, you see now a whole bunch of space comes in. So the same way, you see this, all these faded areas, we're gonna get rid of all of that. So you notice how it doesn't modify the sound too much? And we're gonna get rid of a little bit of the end there. I like to clean up the end. So the kick, which you'll usually hear around this area, it gives it space by getting rid of these. And by getting rid of areas over here, it provides more space over here to let the hi-hat shine, because when you play these together, you want it to work together but also have its own space. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna quickly go through it with the clap. It's the same fundamental. Get rid of certain areas. Cut these out. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you do that with all your instruments. And essentially, yeah, that way when you play it together, I haven't gone through all of them yet, but I've gone through most of them. Obviously mixing requires a lot more, but for now, if you take off them, you'll notice they all clash, but if you put them together, you'll notice they are a lot more cohesive in terms of their sounds, and you notice a lot less clashing. I hope that helps. I wish everybody a good day, and stick around for more videos, for more beats, songs, and tutorials in general. I like to keep it very fundamental. And yeah, take care.